So, evening guys. Try and shield that sun so you can see me a little bit. Not that you want to see my ugly mug. Yeah, been carp fishing all day and got back, had a bit of something to eat, swapped the carp gear over for the beach gear, and now I'm back down the beach. I'm down behind the coffee cup and it's ray time. I'm not going to speak too long because the tide is on its way up and I need to get the rods sorted and out there. Once the rods are out, I'll come and have a chat with you. But yeah, we're out doing it. There we go, got two rods out now. Got my new shelter up, pretty cool. I think I've done it a little bit weird, I think it should be a little bit wider. But what I did, I put the shingle at the back rather than the front, I think. So I've kind of pushed it all in together rather than splaying it out. But I've got plenty of room in here, so I'll sort it out next time. Next time I fish I can put it up properly. But yeah, let's start to lose the lake now. Had a really good day today out carp fishing. You would have seen that video. I would have put that up before this one. So that was good to get out again after 5 months without fishing for them. And it was a fairly successful trip. And from chalk to cheese, here we are with massive waves breaking on the shore. And it was a bit windy down there today, don't get me wrong, but because it was in a valley, you could see the top of the trees were really swaying. But down on the pond, it was not a lot really. But I got home and I just thought I'll get down the beach if it's not too windy. If it's going to be blowing a hoolie and I'm going to be holding on for dear life, then I'm not going to bother. But when I got home and started sorting a bit of tackle out, I looked out and the trees weren't moving, and the wind is definitely less than they said it was going to be, which is a good thing. I've got to stop dropping my rods on the shingle. One of my rods, the spod rod that I'm using, the second eye up, the ceramics come out. And I've got a feeling it's because I'm not very gentle with them when it comes to the shingle, so I need to be a little bit more careful. And I was just about to set up the 14-foot Dara rod, and I've got a bite. Or was that the grippers just pulled out? And there's no ceramic on the tip ring, which is a right pain because I have to get the tip ring replaced now. So I'm going to go over and have a look at the shorter rod, the spod rod, because it just pinged. I don't know if it's because the grip has let go and it's popped out, or whether there's a bite. I just did it again. There might be a bite on that. I'll have a look. Now it's just the breakers falling on the line and making the rod ping up every time they do it. I've got the rod tips up nice and high now, so hopefully I can get over the top of the breakers. Not fishing too far out. Don't think you need to down here. Probably fishing about 50 or 60 yards out. Big bait as well on each one. Big chunk of bluey. I think that's the way forward. Don't mess about with the small stuff. All or nothing. I've been out and had a really good day today, so tonight I'm just happy to sit on the beach and chill, to be honest. A couple of big baits out there, and if it happens, it happens. Not many people about. For a Saturday I was expecting more people about, but maybe this virus has kept people in. It's all you keep hearing about, and it's a serious thing, you know. But every time you put telly on, every time you put Facebook on, it's like, we know it's happening. We know we've got to be careful. We know we've got to stay away from people. Go shopping. Lots of people with masks and gloves and stuff on, and they're doing the right thing. Old people staying indoors. It needs to be done. But sometimes you just need to escape from it all. Escape from the the internet and the TV. And this is a perfect place, just down on the beach on your own, cut the rods out. So as you can see, we're losing the light now. The wind is quite cold, it's quite keen. It's not as windy as I thought it was going to be. I'm not getting blown off the beach. I'm behind the shelter, which I've put far too far up the beach for some reason. Not only have I not put it up right, but I've put it about 10 yards past the high water mark, and it's quite a small tide. Yeah, just getting all my moans out the way. But I've got a nice hot flask of coffee, which is lovely. 2 rods out there, one of them's really bouncing around in the surf. Oh, one more moan. I bought 3 new leads from the tackle shop and I've left them at home. Because I like the Gemini ones where the wires come directly out off the sides of the lead. I think they just hold better than sort of like the breakaway ones where they come up at an angle, like a 45-degree angle from the body of the lead. I think they've got to come out and then have the little prongs on the ends. I think they just hold much better. And I've got the old breakaway style legs on. Kept on hearing a jingle, went over and it was doing lots of flicking, but I'm pretty sure it's the tide and the surf doing it, because what's happening on the rod tip is very rhythmic. Whereas if it was a bite, those waves are really crashing. If it was a bite, it would be a lot more irregular and less rhythmic. That makes sense. I'm going to prepare a couple more baits, maybe a squid and bluey cocktails on this one, and freshen up, because I think when it's like this and there's lots of waves crashing and there's lots of movement, I think it acts like a washing machine, and I think it's churning your baits over and over, and the smell and the scent and the blood and the oils just get washed out of the bait that much quicker, and I think you've got to change them up more frequently. Just what I think anyway. I'm going to get a section of blue and I'm going to cut the head off. I'm going to put a chopping board up there first. Yeah. Cut the head off. That's it, there's the head going. Fox is going to go later. I'm going to cut that one down there. And that one I'm going to cut down through there. So I'm going to get 3 baits out of that. And I've got a single, this is not a single, it's a couple of squid. There's a baby squid there. Take that head off. See if I can cut this into 3. Let's open that out. Oh, that's cold. That's cold on my fingers. Pull the guts out, put them in there. And then I'm going to cut that into 3 and do a bluey and squid wraps on those. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I'm going to get my Mark Williams patented bait loader. This is brilliant, it's one with 2 prongs. It keeps the bait still. And then I'm going to wrap that squid around it and bind that together. That's the theory. Do it all the way down here. Oh dear. Absolutely beautiful, that is. Bluey and squid wrap. Look at that. That is lovely. That's going on the first one I'm winding. So I've got 3 rods out now. Put a 3rd rod out with a whole squid on, because I just saw my friend Sean's just turned up. He's fishing just to my right, and he was down here last week and he had an undulate on a whole squid, and Mark had his small-eyed ray last night on a whole squid. So I've just put a rod out, because some onion rings, I love onion rings. Just put a rod out, a 3rd rod, with a whole squid on it, and these 3 baits I've got here prepped and ready to go are squid and bluey wraps, so there's an element of squid in there. So yeah, that's the plan. I think I'm going to wind the other 2 in a minute, because I wound that right hand rod in earlier and the bait was completely untouched, so I put it back out again. But I don't think you can go by how it looks. I think it's, like I said, it's like a washing machine out there, and it's forever churning the bait over and washing all of the scent and the smell and everything out of it, and the blood and the oils. So I think it's a good idea to freshen them up. So I'm going to wind them other 2 in now, put them out with fresh baits on, these squid and bluey wraps, and then probably change them every half an hour or so. What's the time? There's my phone, so I don't know where my phone was in. It is now 20 to 8, and it's high tide at 25 past 10. So we've still got a good couple of hours. We can make it happen. And we haven't blanked. We've got ourselves a very wiry and very greedy dogfish. Dogfish, there you go. You've seen 1,000 of them, but there's proof. Blank saver. No blank for me tonight. Not the ray that we're after, but it's a fish, and I think dogfish are really cool. Yeah, he wants to go back. I'm going to get him back in the sea, that critter. But yeah, just wanted to show you. Fish. Now all 3 rods are back out again. Squid and blue wrap on 2 of them, whole squid on the other. Game on. So there you go. Bank saver. Doggy's gone back again. That wind is cold. It's not that strong. I mean, it's a blusterous wind, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it's been for the last couple of evenings. But it's coming from the east, and I think that's why it feels that much colder. And with wet hands, messing about with that dogfish and getting a bucket of bait so I can rinse my fingers after baiting up and stuff, my fingers feel absolutely frozen. Luckily on this coat I've got really good warm pockets, so I'll put my hands in my pockets for 5 minutes, have a hot cup of coffee, and I'm warm again, which is good. But we're off the mark, we've got a fish. Need some more now. Time wise, it's yeah, it's 8 o'clock, so we've got 2 hours and 2.5 hours until high water. Plenty of time. 3 rods out there, 3 good baits. It could happen. I don't know what to do tomorrow yet. I was hoping to get out at low tide and fish it up during the day somewhere, but low tide's 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's a bit hectic, especially if I'm out tonight until, I don't know, 11 o'clock. Time I get home, get cleaned up, get to bed, it's going to be midnight. So tomorrow I might even pop over to Southwark Park and have a go for the carp over there. Still got dog biscuits, lunch and meat and Sweetcorn to use up, so it kind of makes sense to get myself over there. Yeah, I might do that. Right, get back to you if anything happens. I'm just going to sit and watch these rod tips now and have a cup of coffee and warm my hands up. Wow, we're shark fishing, baby. Look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. That's a baby smoothhound. Just had that on whole squid. It was in the top pennel hook. That is the first smoothhound I've had in so long, and that is so cool. I absolutely love that. That is incredible. Do you know what? I can't wait for the smooth hounds to come in properly and fish for this one's granddads and uncles and stuff with crabs, because they fight so hard, smooth hounds off the beach. But look at that, that is so cool. I knew all about that as well on that light rod that I'm fishing. Fantastic. I'm going to put that back. That is amazing. Fish number 3 of the night is another dogfish, and it's a big dogfish too. That's a good dogfish, that is. And it's 4. Yeah. Awesome creatures. Apparently really good eating. I think unless I had one really deeply hooked and it was bleeding everywhere and it wasn't doing so well, I don't think I'd want to hurt them. So there you go, another fish on the bank. I'm going to go and pop this one back into the surf and keep an eye on them rod tips. It's going well. So guys, it is 21:40, 20 to 10, and it's high tide at 10:25. So got about, what's that, 45 minutes till high water. The waves are really crashing now. It was quite heavy. I just wound in the left hand rod, the one that had that little smooth hound, and it was quite heavy. And there was a rig on the end of it, basically, and on it was one of these really expensive leads, like the ones that I left at home on top of the fridge. So that's handy. Don't mind winding them in. So yeah, 45 minutes to go. Whole squid on 2 of them, squid and blue wrap on the other. Had 2 dogfish and a small smooth hound. So I'm happy with that. That's quite an enjoyable session. It's lovely down here. There's a bit of a chilly wind, but only when you're out there. When I'm in here in the shelter, I'm so glad I've got another shelter. It's actually quite pleasant. It's just nice being down here, watching the rod tips, listening to the waves. It's beautiful. And the wind, you can hear the wind blowing through my lines, and it's sort of singing, you know, that high-pitched singing sound that you get when the line's under tension and the wind blows past. Yeah, probably give it about another hour, I'd imagine. About another hour, see how that goes. Drink this cup of coffee, and hopefully get one more fish. So, it's high tide. It's 10:35, so it's 10 minutes after high water, and the tide is absolutely tanking now. Cast well up tide with 5 ounces of lead, and by the time I've wound down to it, it's already past me and down that way. But Sean down to my right is not long ago had a lovely 13-pound undulate, cracking fish. And he said it dragged down tide and it was on the move when he caught the fish, so searching out a bit of water, and he's picked it up. So I've just freshened all 3 of them up. They're out there, and I'm probably going to give it a little bit longer, because you know, it's like you see a fish, help them do the photographs and all that sort of thing, and then you really want one, and you know that they're out there and they're feeding. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it for a bit. I was going to fish to high tide, and then if it was very quiet, I've had a couple of dogfish and a small smooth hound, so it was going to be, yeah, happy days. Decent session. Let's get home and get some rest, but no, I think it's worth giving it a little bit longer. Got nothing to get up for in the morning, so if I do get back a bit late, at least I can have a bit of a lie-in. So it's 11 o'clock now, and I've had enough. I'm going to wind these 3 rods in. I'm not getting a bite on any of them. The tide's really pulling anyway, and I think the best of it is over. It's getting a bit late. I want to get home and have a bath because I'm stinky and I've been out fishing all day. But as always, thanks for following the channel. Thanks for watching this one. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, all the usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Later guys.